Let's see what we got. What we got. Visiting the singing paradise, the first country that would disappear. That's interesting.
This is how people laugh in this country. Their laugh feels genuine. Maybe because they're isolated from the world. This country is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and will soon disappear.
Because we're right in the middle of nowhere.
We will visit the entire country in 1 hour by car because the entire country has only a single road.
That's crazy.
Today, we're in the most remote and most wondrous country in the world. At the farthest end of the earth, they have a different time zone than any other country in the world. They are the reason for this zigzag in the international dateline, because their time zone is plus 14. It's the first country where the sun rises.
Over?
First country because their time zone is plus 14. It's the first country where the sun rises. We've arrived in Kiribati. We're in LA with Shadi.
That's how it is by my house.
I'm taking a flight to
by the
Fiji
airport,
today.
so all fucking day you just see fucking airplanes getting lower and lower. You like, what the fuck?
Today is the 18th and will arrive on the 20th, so one day we'll be lost. The reason is this line. Do you see it? Goodbye.
Welcome to LA, my man. See you again soon. Careful, you lose a day, huh?
10-hour flight to Fiji.
That's 10 hours and 18 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Because that is the only country you can go to Kiribati from.
Like I
They're
said,
isolated island.
If the flight gonna be that long, then that's when you get the first class with the apartment and all that shit. You can go to sleep, take a bath, eat all. That's when it's worth it. 10, 15, 20-hour flights? Yeah.
Look, we're crossing the international dateline. However, we need to understand how I will lose a day. Let me explain further.
But what is time?
The flight took 10 hours. I booked a flight from Los Angeles to Fiji on the 18th and arrived in Fiji on the 20th, which means that the 19th was lost on my way there.
Damn.
Because I crossed the international dateline, which if you cross it from the east to west, you add a day to the calendar of the country that is west of that line. So, when I crossed this zigzag, caused by the country I'm heading to, Kiribati, I entered the next day and then went back to the previous day, and then entered again the next day.
And by crossing the international dateline, arrive in San Francisco the night before.
This is the international dateline, an imaginary line running from the North and South Poles through the Pacific Ocean. This line roughly matches the Greenwich Meridian in London on the other side.
Whereas most of the time zones differ from their neighbors by plus or minus 1 hour.
Every city or time zone on Earth can be timed relative to the Greenwich Meridian. The time is calculated in this way. For example, Riyadh is 3 hours ahead of London time. When it's 9 a.m. in London, it's 12 p.m. in Riyadh. And so on. The further the cities are from London, the greater the difference in hours, until it reaches a maximum of plus 12 to the east and minus 12 to the west. When you head east from London, the hours increase until you reach Japan, then New Zealand. And then you reach the last country, Kiribati, the first country where the sun rises.
We are minus 14, so Christmas Island, which is south of Hawaii. So that's so every single time at midnight, that's Kiribati. Starting 1 minute past midnight is always going to be Kiribati.
When you head west of London to the US, then the state of Hawaii, you will find that the time is 12 hours behind London until you reach this curved line, because these countries chose to be close to America's time, while countries on this line want to be close to Australia and Japan's time, Because there's an entire day difference between these two lines, 24 hours, although it was 10 a.m. here, but when I crossed from the east, I reached 10 a.m. the next day. Even when you look at Alaska and Russia, you'll see the line passing between them. These two islands, it's Friday on this island and Saturday on the other, although they are a few kilometers apart. As for Samoa, the American Samoa Island decided to stay with the American time, while the other decided to stay with Australia. The time became different in the same country, although they're just 15 minutes away by plane. But the time is special in Kiribati.
Because Kiribati is the only country which is in 4 hemispheres. And for the dateline, it was crazy because we had a dateline going right through the middle of our country. So one day it was Monday and the other day it was Sunday. So it's really hard if you're going to call somebody on the weekend. It's their weekend, but you're now working because it's now Monday. And it's the same country. So it was crazy.
What did you do?
So they moved it. But you got to think about it this way. Kiribati is where every single day starts. Number one. So every day starts in Kiribati.
And thus Kiribati became the first country to welcome the new year. The location of the line is subject to change. It's up to the country and which time zone it wants to adopt to serve its interests. Look what's written here. Fiji. The country's name is Fiji. The most exported product in the world is not oil, but water. They call it the water of the rich. It comes from this island, named Viti Levu, where the capital, the city of Nadi, and an international airport are located. Fiji isn't my destination. Fiji is a stopover. We're heading to another. I've booked to Kiribati. Are considered the smallest and most isolated.
It's dots on the map.
That shit look
When you
wild.
arrive and
It's a
walk
crazy
down the
sight to
street,
see.
you see a wonderful,
And it's
vibrant
crazy if it's like if on this side it's Sunday and on that side it's Monday. That shit's
blue
crazy.
color on your right. What a beautiful country. That's the first thing you see. About 110,000 people are living in this country, and this country will disappear soon.
Damn.
So we'll try to
Years,
understand why.
months. Yeah, 'cause
This
it
is
look
the
like
highest
if the
point
water
in-
ever get higher, it look like it just gon' wash all that shit away. All it take is a big whoosh, then the water gonna come closer and closer. Then these houses are gonna disappear. Then this side and this. Yeah, I can
So
see
we'll
how.
try to
I can
understand
see
why.
how.
This is the highest point in Kiribati. 3 meters.
Oh, just only 3 meters, bro.
Highest.
Yeah, the highest.
Here.
You see, you can see there.
So this is like a mountain.
Mountain, yeah. This is our mountain.
People here have never seen a mountain.
You guys never seen a mountain.
Nah.
Their lowest elevation above sea
My first time seeing one was going to LA, and I went to a mountain and shit.
level is 1
Other
meter.
than that, I could see.
And
I
their
ain't never
highest is
seen a
3
mountain
meters.
till then.
So this is an important landmark. This is the elevation. See? This is their elevation above sea level. This is their mountain. This is the lowest elevation above sea level. The whole country's like this. Look, they're building breakwater. We're not on the beach. We're on the street. It's right there. There are months in the year when the water comes in and floods this whole area.
Is that our hotel?
Yeah, this is your
That's what I figured. I'm like, all it take is a good.
This is where I'll stay.
It's my room. Really? And this is my view?
Yes.
This room is $100 a day.
Imagine me, a regular nigga, gotta come and this where I gotta stay at, and then, boy, I'll be thinking they trying to set me up, put me in a dungeon somewhere. I was, nigga, this where I'm staying at? No, let me go somewhere else. You see, you
The
say you
special
wanted to
thing
wake up
about
on the
it
beach, right?
is this view.
The water inside the house.
How will its residents live abroad? Let's see. Because they'll become climate refugees. The term climate refugee comes from this country.
Might disappear?
Can be. The sea levels keep rising.
Look at this tree. It's called a mangrove tree. Its underground roots look like a forest. It stabilizes the soil and the coastline, as it reduces the erosion caused by storms, currents, and waves. Kiribati people are buying land in other countries, such as New Zealand and Australia, fearing that their
I
country
wonder if they live. What if they like ain't nothing? I don't want to say nothing important in the house, but what if like they live to where they know the shit could get wiped out, and as soon as the waters come out, they get it right back popping type shit. Like I don't know.
will disappear. As you walk around, you see people hanging out on both sides of the road. Look at them. Most of them go out for picnics, barbecues, and hanging out on the lagoon.
The lagoon.
The view here is amazing. As you walk, you can see the lagoon and its vibrant
What
blue
keeps
color.
the
I've
water
never
so
seen
blue? How
such a
does it
color
not
anywhere
get
else
dirty
except
off
in the
the lagoon?
Maldives. The capital is a coral
Question,
reef.
if anybody know, put it in the comments.
This is an abandoned amusement park.
I'd be scared
It's
as
the
shit
only
to
one
get
in
on
the
here,
country.
boy. Shit rusty and shit. I'd be like, hell no.
So you can finish
About to get
the whole
stuck on
island
that bitch.
Yeah, we can finish it.
in 1 hour?
Yeah.
This is the capital, Tarawa. It looks like an arch on the map. Its population lives on this island. Schools, universities, and government offices are located at the end of the island.
Let's go.
This is the largest mall in the country. There's no other.
Kiribati Mall.
This is the only mall.
There's no other, the only mall. You said mall, and I see.
Alright, they say this is the fanciest restaurant in the country. So I'm in a fancy restaurant now.
It's a fancy restaurant. See what
The whole country.
the whole country.
Turns out it's a Chinese restaurant. Even the receipt is in Chinese. China is investing here. Kiribati was a friend of Taiwan. Under the former president, now it's an ally of China. Of lower quality. Because everything here is imported. They don't even have any fruit except coconut.
Fish.
I hate the whole fish, the whole head on it, and
Octopus.
eyes and shit.
The
I
fish
couldn't-
market
I don't
is-
know how people be eating that shit. They say it's good, but I can't even try it. I hate fish with bones still in it. Like, nah, I need a boneless fish. I badly they call a lot of shit catfish, but it don't be real catfish. Catfish be having a certain taste and bones and all that. I take that fake fish that just straight meat. Pause.
Right on the street. You don't need to go into any side streets. It's on the main street. Life on the islands is different. School students walk barefoot. They're coming back from school barefoot.
Why?
This is life on the islands.
Look, she laughing like, girl, look at him recording us. Why is he recording us?
This is the only sports hall in the country. International teams come to play here.
No way.
I don't know how they found a place for these things. The maximum speed in this country is 60 kilometers an hour. You can't drive above that in the whole country. We came to a very narrow road. There are islands that have already been submerged by rising sea levels. It was under British colonial rule until Kiribati became independent in 1979.
These are Japanese guns.
World War II took place here. Look at this, right on the beach.
Tarawa Atoll, a very important Jap air base on the outer fringe of their Pacific defenses.
These areas in the Pacific have been the center of conflict. This area was a battlefield,
Tarawa with high explosive.
a nuclear testing ground.
We are ready.
Kiribati lives on aid. It has nothing to offer the world except its strategic location, so it was an important strategic location in the American-Japanese War. These houses are called culture houses. They're found everywhere in the country, where people gather. They gather down here. Anyone can enter these houses. Flights a week. So they have side businesses.
We're going over there.
It's not accessible by car.
If you want to drive in the water, of course you can.
We're taking a boat and going to a nearby island. It's an extension of this island, but there's no bridge between them, so you can't get there by car. We're still in the capital.
You coming?
Let's go! If you could survive in shit like this, then you would come to America and stay in the shelters and get on your feet or stay da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? If you strong, you come.
Look at this place.
This is Kiribati. Kiribati is one of those places which is off the beaten track. It's really hard to get to us. Everybody flies over the top of us because we're right in the middle of nowhere. We're like in the middle of a desert, where the desert is the ocean.
So are you worried about like might country disappear?
Always worried. We're always worried that we might disappear. The problem is that it's because it takes a long time to see a difference. And as a result, that's where people don't really take it seriously.
Some people are moving out now because of this. Like, do you think you're gonna move out?
We are very rich. We are rich.
You know it's gonna flood and disappear soon. Why not build the houses like taller, like have them bitches to where, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of the hammock. I'm like, what if they all had, like, when it's time for it to flood, they all get in the hammock above, and they stay up there. But I'm like, fuck, if you could do that, you could build a house up there or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But we don't realize how rich we actually are. Our ocean is 99.9% of the volume of Kiribati. Whilst we got this huge ocean.
You have a huge ocean, huge access to fish.
But we haven't actually got the fishing vessels. We should be getting fishing vessels. We will be very rich. Nobody wants to move because we are home. This is home. Nobody wants to move from home. This is where we belong.
You answered my question.
We are from the ocean.
That's the thing. You don't move in New Orleans and we below sea level, and they say we gonna disappear soon. Before we like, fuck, soon ain't tomorrow. So until it happen, we here, we thugging, and that's how they feel, man. Until then, we gonna go to the next.
Just do it for the power, just do it for the power, do it, just do it.